Okay, I understand that you were involved or had a situation involving the collection of child support from yourself. Can you tell me about this?
Okay, well, it'd be about 4 or 5 years ago. I was actually working at a decent job. I was working at one of the call centers in our town. I was making about $20,000-$25,000 a year. My ex-girlfriend, mother of my daughter, her boyfriend pushed her into contacting Ontario Works and trying to nab me for extra child support. I didn't really have a problem with paying the child support as long as it's set to a reasonable level and I still have something to live on. But I got a commission check for 1 month, and the worker that had been assigned from Ontario Works to look over this case took it that commission check would be added every single week, almost doubling my income, and brought me down to the courthouse about 6 times over the course of the next few months, trying to get the child support raised up to a $50,000 a month income or a year income. I've been locked into the courthouse now at that $25,000 a year income, even though by going to court all that time I lost the job, and now I'm making about $300 a month with child support payments of $700 a month. So it's been locked into the courts, and despite my best efforts I haven't been able to get it changed. Although they said that there's a 2-year review on that process, I've been informed point blank by the lady in charge at Ontario Works that that would only be in a case where they will make money on the deal. If the amounts will drop, they don't bother.
Are you in arrears at the present time?
Right now I'm about $10,000 in the hole.
Has there been any attempt to take away your driver's license or your passport?
Considering I don't have either, it's going to be difficult.
Have you ever had any threats or anything like that from any of the government agencies?
Well, the worker that I contacted at Ontario Works told me flat out that I'd better make sure I get myself a couple of good jobs because she's locked it into the courts and that's what I have to pay.
In your dealings with Ontario Works, did you ever get the sense that they truly wanted to find the correct amount of child support, or did you ever get the sense that they just wanted to go for whatever they could get?
Primarily she just wanted to go for whatever she could get her hands on. I'm not trying to name names here, but I guess I have to. It was Peggy Jo McKenzie, and she's the one that dragged me down to the courthouse 6 times trying to prove to the courts, despite my pay stubs, that I was making 10 times my amount. And in the end, it worked out exactly the way I thought it would. I had a $22,000 income that year. My child support was set at about $1,000 a month. And I lost the job that would have given me that. Now I'm on Ontario Works myself, and despite all of my requests for a review of that decision, I've been told that it stands unless I make more money.
In your opinion, had you not been forced into court by Ontario Works, do you feel that today you would not be Ontario Works yourself and maybe be gainfully employed?
Oh, definitely. I had that job for almost 3 years. And they washed me out for failure to show from court dates.
Do you have any comments that you'd like to make about the Family Responsibility Office?
Very inhumane. They don't really care about your condition, your situation, your circumstance. They just want their cash, and it's not helpful. They're not really. I'm trying trying to think of a good way to put this, but they're less than helpful. They don't live up to the promises that they've been making.
Since the Ontario Works people started to push you to try to get you to pay more child support, to get more money from you, at the end of this process, are they getting more money out of you or less money out of you?
Well, now they're getting less money because I've lost the job that was going to support the amount that they originally requested. I'd asked them to do it based off of my taxes. At the end of each year, I file a tax form. They can take that information, use it to readjust my child support levels so that they'd actually be accurate. They opted not to do that and instead locked it in at the $25,000 I made at Sutherland. And it's just been sitting in arrears since I lost that job because I just don't have that much money to put out. I get $300 a month from Ontario Works. I owe $700 a month in child support. I can't figure out how those two are ever going to meet. So as it stands right now, about $10,000 to $12,000 in the hole, thanks to that wonderful little arrangement, with no out and guarantee I have to pay it.